Okay, let's get started. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Amanda. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going well with writing and research and all that stuff. I didn't do anything yesterday because I sort of fell asleep for 12 hours, so that didn't work out. But let's go ahead and just get going on these cutscenes. We finished the Chibuki triplets last time and reunited them with their father. They're gonna go off and live somewhere happily ever after, I guess. We also saw Louverance off. He was being impersonated by the person that helped us, who is now impersonating a clergyman and has left the city for now. And the real Louverance is running around like a moron, as the impersonator stated. A useful moron in this case. It sort of hides what we were doing. We have the Shikaris, Jabbos, and Tenzen still. So we'll go ahead and teleport to Mora and see how the Senhai hunters are doing. I need to go back to the city first, and then go on to the Mora teleport. These last few cutscenes shouldn't be too difficult to get to. In between having to wait a half hour for Japanese midnight last time, and then wait a half hour to get on the boat, it took a little bit to get the previous cutscenes done. So hopefully everything goes smoothly from here on out. Mora. There we go. So we're gonna catch up to the Shikaris. Hey, wait up! Where's my sister? Wasn't she with you? Or did you hear that she was taking a ship home from here? You're such an innocent kitten. Why would a sin hunter's confidential activity be made public knowledge? If you're looking for Shikari Z, she's talking to Ko Lembalalako. Ah! Isn't that the person Mother used to talk? Shikari Z! Shikari Y, Shikari X, keeping out of trouble, I trust. And Metasmith, you've got the hunter's instincts to find me here. My sisters have told you that I am to return to the homeland. I'll be taking the ferry to a nearby port and then boarding a ship bound for El Shimo. This is probably the last time I'll see you. Huh. Who would have thought those words would be so hard to say? It must come as quite a relief to you, though. Like a rabbit that has eluded its pursuer, am I right? Aw, you should stick around. What an unusual woman you are. But let there be no loose ends with this farewell. I will try to keep this brief. After returning to our homeland, I will make a full report to the Queen concerning Promathia, Eltana, and the sins of their children. Citing the struggle of people against these sins, I will dispute the crimes of Mildarion, Prish, and the Worms. Finally, I will renounce my name as a Mithrin Tracker. Whoa! What? I have thought long on the reason behind our deception at the hands of Mildarion and Prish. While traveling as their companion, they proved to me that there was no other recourse for their actions. Mildarion and Prish interfered with our investigation in order to prevent a greater crime from being committed. A Mithrin Tracker hunts sin. It is our duty to seek out crimes and dole out punishment. But these crimes I hunt, against whom have they been perpetrated? For whose sake am I judging the criminal? As I pondered these questions, these words began repeating over and over in my mind. The very act of hunting sin creates sin. To not hunt sin is also a choice. But that was what our mother used to. This line of thought is anathema for any Mithrin Tracker. Part of the reason I wished to battle Promathia was to silence the doubt in my heart. And then I felt it, the sense of justice within me. Even though I lose the title of Mithrin Tracker, or rather because I will lose it, true justice will be possible. Words cannot explain it. It is something you must learn about yourselves as you live and grow. Do not lament the fact that you have yet to learn this truth. I only wish for you to understand the path that I have chosen for myself. My journey with you has brought priceless experiences and valuable time to think. I have no words to express my gratitude, Metasmith. If you continue to battle the emptiness, we may yet meet again. When we do, call me by my real name. Aww. Snap out of it, Fuzz for Brains. It's time to see our sister off. Yeah, after all, she's still our big sister. That will never change. Exactly. We're not just hunters of sin, we're also guardians of those we love. Aww. Let's go to Jabbos next. And after that we'll do Tenzen and Sid. I need to go to... no. Opopolis, there we go. That alarm is so creepy sometimes, especially in Guzgan mines, with all the ghosts floating around. Do you know? Do you know about Mooblins? Do you know Jabbo? He's back now. Do you know about Promathia? Did Jabbo meet with the Twilight God? Jabbo won't tell. Won't tell us what Promathia said. You have to make him talk. You can convince him to talk. Metasmith, you came to visit me. It is good to see you, but I am troubled. We witnessed... Excuse me. I have to say that cough for Sid. We witnessed the terror of Promathia. We learned terrible secrets. The Twilight God is the father of us all. I cannot bring myself to tell them. The Moblins will teach this to others. Angry people will come to fight the Moblins. I must think carefully on this. I must not make the same mistake again. Jabbos, you entering the Great Crystal. We knowing you going to place of Promathia. Jabbos, if not this nice precious, you tell about Promathia. Jabbos, if you really are a crazy friend to the Moblins, then you will tell us crazy truth. A friend. Yes, I am your friend. I will never lie to you again. I am not good with words, but I will tell you what happened. You must believe me. I went with Metasmith to meet the Twilight God. That was where we learned the truth. We are all the children of Promathia. We always believed ourselves to be the children of Altana, but in truth, we had a father as well. We people are the children of both the dawn and the twilight. Jabbo speaks the truth. You believe me? But Jabbos can't believe the truth. No, I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it. But this is the price for my past actions. I have learned all these things. I don't want to know or believe. Don't worry, Moblins understand. Moblins have both males and females. If Promathia being father, then somewhere there be mother. When spreading the land gone goddess is my mother though. Huh? Crazy Jabbos is alone. He is a crazy Galka. You must have been crazy happy to find you had a mother. This means that beastmen and people must be brothers and brothers. Moblins and peoples are families. Time to dance! Time to sing! Aw. What should I do, Meta Smith? The Moblins believe they are the children of Promathia. Should I tell them the truth? They are my friends after all. Of course. But I don't know for sure. Are the Moblins the children of Promathia or not? But even if the Moblins were the children of Eltana, they would still be our brothers. I've made up my mind. It's time to celebrate with my friends. I will slowly teach the Moblins that we are all family. Thank you, Meta Smith. My nose won't stop running. Alright, let's go back to Bastock. And from there we can go talk to Sid and finish with Tenzen. My nose. Hold on 1 second. Okay. There we go. Oh, that thing is over here, isn't it? It's way over there. This is the worst. Sandori is the best, as far as distance. Current region. Metalworks. 1. Yay. Yeah, these cutscenes are just one after another. Those other cutscenes were awful to get to. Alright. Time to... It's about time you showed up, Metasmith. Thought I'd have to find you resting up at home after what happened, but... You just can't stay put, can you? I almost ready to throw in the apron. Even the messenger I sent to you never got back to me. Anyways... At least you're hanging in there. At least you're here in the time to see off Tenzen. Everyone else said their goodbyes except for you, it seems. Huh? You want to know where he's off to? After hearing that the emptiness no longer threatens his homeland, Tenzen began preparations to return to the Far East. Tenshoto here in Bastock will ferry him to Norg. And then the pirates will see him safely across the sea. I'll take you to Tenzen's ship. Man, my nose is stuffed up tonight. I'll probably cut stream short after these cutscenes are done. Lady Metasmith, you have come. I prayed we would meet one last time before my departure. My treacherous actions betrayed the sacrifices you made for me. I fully intend to erase this dishonor as tradition demands, but another duty has stayed my hand. The emptiness has been defeated. However, the war and strife born from that darkness continue to plague our people with misery. Lord Tenzen must return home to quell this unrest. In exchange for this leniency, I offer my own life as to assuage the insult to your honor. I'll forgive him. Lady Metasmith, your kindness will never be forgotten. I swear on my blade to mend the wounds of my homeland using this life you have spared. Once all is well, you must come and see the Far East for yourself. The beauty of the cherry blossoms is beyond description. Hate to spoil the moment, but it looks like the Tenshoto are ready to ship out. Until we meet again. Until next we meet, Lady Metasmith. That guy over there with his palms greasing. The justice you have shown me will bind our fates for eternity. More than you know, bud. Oh. I'm 90% sure that he will show up in Final Fantasy XIV. Well, technically he already did. Tenzen and Phoenix are both in a series of quests called the Four Lords. So like he's already in 14, so is Iroha, his daughter. That's gotta be what this is to do with for the next raid. Anyways. Let's go... Juno. Metasmith, Lady Shantaro's ship has returned. This is excellent timing. I was ordered to find you and ask that you proceed to the Marble Bridge, the tavern in Upper Juno. My duty here is done. I must now journey to each nation and report the Worm King Bahamut no longer poses a threat. I hear that this development is all thanks to you and your companions. You have the gratitude of all Junoans. Thanks, bud. Alright, time to go clubbing. Ugh, my nose is awful tonight. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm trying not to sniffle the whole time, but it's been one of those weeks. almost done with all these cutscenes. After this we have Tavnasia, and then the final in Luflace Meadows. I have waited for your return, Metasmith. You must tell me all that has happened. After clashing with our army several times, the dragons suddenly broke off their attack and disappeared into the distant clouds. There were voices raised in support of the hunting the worms into extinction, but for the moment we have returned to resupply and reconsider our position. Now that you are here, I can finally be certain. Am I to assume from your jubilant features that the Keeper of the Apocalypse has been defeated? Watching morning news. Tired of every 5 minutes weather. Yeah. There's been a lot of bad weather lately. We just had a snowstorm here in Japan, so driving has been hell. Living up in the mountains has some definite downsides. Oh. Has the Keeper been defeated? Completely defeated. I knew it! Bahamut sensed the Keeper's downfall and pulled his forces out of battle. Tell me, what momentous events transpired in the celestial capital? We're gonna need more drinks. On Cape Riverne, the images that flowed into me from Salteus, they were of the incomplete paradise Altair. The people of Altair returned to their deity 10,000 years ago, returned to Promathia. Opening the gates of paradise is a metaphor for restoring the shattered mother crystal, a way to return the world to its original state. The world becomes a paradise, and its people ascend to godhood. The Dawn Maiden Yevnuel has memories of witnessing the true form of the great goddess Altana. Yevnuel spoke to me before we parted ways. My nose. She said, as I gazed upon her perfection, I realized I could not be part of her. I wondered who could possibly be. That was when she began her research into the race of people. After shifting her focus to the inexplicable appearance of the Kulu phenomena, Yevnuel became aware of the darkness that resided within all of us. Her realization led her to betray the king and his son, and adamantly opposed any plan to open the gates of paradise. She had discovered our origins as the children of Promathia. But all has not been resolved. The emptiness still seethes within the mother crystals, and the surviving Xylart yet cling desperately to their shadowy plan of returning to paradise. I gave up my life in Tavnasia almost 30 years ago to infiltrate the organization of the newly awakened Xylart. But I have been unable to stem their vast power on my own. However, we now have a common enemy in the emptiness. For a time, the people of this age will require the aid of the Ancients. The Ancients, too, will need your continuing help. Now that Nagmalada is gone and the worms have ceased their attacks, it is time to remind the Xylart of their true responsibility. The safety of the mother crystals and the battle against the emptiness. I will continue to monitor their actions as I watch over the world that you and your companions have fought so valiantly to protect. There is one thing I'd like you to keep in mind, Metasmith. You were able to save the world and her people without sacrificing one or the other. But do not misunderstand. This possibility did not always exist. It was only with the strength and faith of many people that such a path could open before you. I have left with the owner of this tavern 3 rewards that may help you in your adventures. Feel free to choose one. until our paths cross once more, Metasmith. Thank you, and farewell. Oh. Do I have to wait until the proper day to get in? Oh, thank God. Ah, my favorite customer! A pretty blonde came in earlier and asked me to hold on to some things for you. There are 3 items in total, but I'm only supposed to give you 1. So, what'll it be? I think it's the Rasha ring, always. Is that your final decision? A fine choice, madame. Let's go ahead and put that in the wardrobe. We'll put this thing in here too. Alright. Don't know why I'm running so far, but that's that. Now we go to Tavnasia and talk to the walnut door. I think that's Prish's room. And then finally go find Olmia, and that'll be it for Chains of Promathia, and we can start looking into this issue of the emptiness and the mother crystals in the epilogue. I think this is Prish's room. Yeah. Alright. Hey, Metasmith! Have you heard? The worms that were circling above Tavnasia have disappeared. It's all over! The town has finally found peace again! I haven't seen Miss Meldarian for a while, but she did send a messenger. Looks like Juno is willing to continue to support the Safehold. Unlike Nagmalata's flimsy promises, with this arrangement we'll be able to govern ourselves. I have never seen Grandpère so excited. He plans to hire adventurers to exterminate all the fiends, and then sow fields in Lufas and Misero. He also intends to restore the shepherd villages on Cape Riverne, although a great deal of land yet floats high above the sea in an unnatural way. Once the people of Tavnasia have regained their strength and spirit, we will rebuild the Marquisate and reclaim our lives. No longer shall our homes be overrun by monsters. Sure, the dragons are gone, but we've still got a lot of work to do. And don't you give me that sympathetic look. You adventurers will have plenty of opportunities to pitch in. You must not give in to the lure of battle, Prish. We need you to focus on becoming the leader of the Tavnasian Cathedral. What? I'm off to get a workout. Later. Prish. When I dwell on events, it seems we have done nothing but cause you trouble. And yet you have stood by us through it all. We are truly grateful. And should the opportunity arise, we would greatly appreciate any further assistance you could provide for the Marquisate. However, I understand that as an adventurer, there is still much in the world you wish to experience. If you ever feel the need to rest your wings, we will always welcome you here in Tavnasia. I hope we may meet again, Metasmith. Okay. Let's go to 1. We need to go to Meadows. Go to the gate. J6 should be the top exit, I think. We'll find out. Meadows is not a bad place to walk through. It's got good music. Yeah, it's a long ways over. It's fine. Yeah, let's get the Iron Giant out. It has been a week. We also live in a society. Ugh. Need to go south a bit. Probably that one at J8 goes over to the J6 gate. Yeah, we'll go that way. Nothing. Padfoot. Ah, Harry Potter, that's where that's from. It's like, why does Padfoot sound familiar? I wonder what the origin of that name is. Because obviously it's not Harry Potter. I'll have to look that up sometimes. Sometime. Origin of Padfoot. Must be a nickname of something. It's an actual thing, like a ghostly black dog is known as Padfoot. It's just like a local myth. That's not a gate. These guys are pretty tough. Level 85. Alright, they should be a gate up here. And then... well, that was interesting. Just kicks you off your mount. Hey, you found me. Have you been here before, Metasmith? You can see for Malms. You can get a great view of the town where I was born, where the end of the world was born. That's a great shot. All I've ever thought about is what the apocalypse would be like. If I manage to live out this eternal life, I guess I'll find out eventually. Yeah. If I manage to live out this eternal life, I guess I'll eventually find out. Doesn't matter how. The rebirth of Promathia, the awakening of the sleeping gods, the victory of the beastmen. The world will end. And when that happens, even my immortal existence will be snuffed out. When I stood before that gate, Promathia promised to show me the apocalypse. That was when I realized who most wanted to see the end of it all, who couldn't wait for the grand finale. That person was me. That's why I hurled that black magicite into the Twilight God. I somehow hoped that by sending it into the Mother Crystal with the soul of Promathia, the Keeper of the Apocalypse would one day rise again. Excuse me. Sorry about that. My nose today. Miss Meldarian didn't yell at me. She just smiled and said, "Wait until you meet her." What did she mean? Is your hatred of me meant to be my punishment? Yes. No. No, really. That must be why I hurt inside. Why now? I've been the target of a lot of abuse over the years, and it's never bothered me. But for some reason, you standing there quietly is more than I can bear. And it's not like being kicked, or punched, or stabbed. I can't get a handle on it. It's like frightening and unnerving. I feel like I'm gonna be sick. You're just a mortal, right? Then how can you close your heart off to me? Are you sad? Do I make you sad? Is it too difficult? Am I too difficult to deal with? Don't you want to open your heart to me? What the hell is this I'm feeling? What the hell's going on? You and I feel the same. That's why I can't read you. We share the same soul. No, it's not that I can't read you. It's because I've become the same as you. magicite in my chest. It's gone. Has my magicite melted away? I know what's happened. I've gotten it back. That thing that makes us mortal, the emptiness. I'm mortal again. That's why I feel so much pain. Damn. Being mortal sure is complicated. I'm in pain, but I'm happy. It hurts, but I can smile. That's why I can tell you from the depths of my being. Thank you, Metasmith. I can go on now. Not simply wait for the end, but be just like everybody else. And truly live. Oh, poor Prish. Hear the whole song. Oh no. are they taking him? That one phoenix feather at the end. Oh, it put me back on the mountain. That's nice. Well, that's it for Chains of Promathia. I'm not going to start the epilogue right away, because my throat and my nose is getting really more stuffed as we go along, so I'm going to cut it there for now. There is a prologue. We need to figure out what's going on with the emptiness still in the mother crystals. And see what's going on with that. And then, yeah. I really like Prisha's character. But Prisha's sort of a energetic kid that never grew up, or was never able to grow up. But I still like Lion better. So hopefully we can learn more about what happens with Lion in the epilogue. Yeah. I'm gonna go and get some rest tonight, get some sleep. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow and be able to continue. If not, maybe Friday we can get done with some of the epilogue stuff, but I'll do a shorter stream tonight and just deal with the sniffles. So, Amanda, love you. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you enjoyed the story. That was Final Fantasy XI base game, Rise of the Xylart and Chains of Promathia. A little bit of epilogue stuff to do, and then that's the story. And honestly, one of the best stories in my opinion that's been written in gaming. I like how the characters develop in this story. And like, with Prish, some of the false bravado to hide the not thinking about themselves and trying to hide their pain and discomfort and stuff like that feels somewhat true to form, so yeah, hope you enjoyed. And Amanda, love you. We'll see you soon. And anybody else watching, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and hope you enjoyed Chains of Promathia.